Hello friends, I am Chetan Devidaji Ingale from Department of Chemistry, RBNB College, Shrirampur. In our previous lecture, we have discussed about the types of substitution reaction. Now, in this particular lecture, we have to study what is meant by SN1 reaction. SN1 reaction is nothing but the unimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. As this reaction is unimolecular in nature, it means the rate of this reaction depends upon the concentration of only one reactant. As the rate of this reaction depends upon the concentration of only one reactant, this reaction is first order. This reaction is first order. To understand the concept of SN1 reaction, we take an example of hydrolysis of alkyl halide. Hydrolysis of what? Alkyl halide by using aqueous NaOH or KOH. We know that when we carried out the hydrolysis of alkyl halide by using aqueous KOH or NaOH, we obtain alcohol as a product. When this alkyl halide boiled with when this alkyl halide is boiled or heated with aqueous KOH or NaOH, we obtain what? Alcohol as a product. Now, the alkyl halide which we use for SN1 reaction is highly substituted because this SN1 reaction proceed in two steps, in which first step has the formation of carbocation. That's why we use bulkier alkyl halide for SN1 reaction. Here in this case, if I treated this tertiary butyl bromide with aqueous NaOH, we obtain tertiary butyl alcohol as a product in two steps. we obtain tertiary butyl alcohol as a product. Now, kinetics of this reaction. Now, kinetics of this reaction. As I earlier told that the rate of this reaction depend upon the concentration of only one reactant, that is here on the concentration of alkyl halide. Now, rate of this reaction depends upon the concentration of alkyl halide. It means rate is directly proportional to the concentration of alkyl halide. Is equal to K into concentration of alkyl halide. This K is nothing but the rate constant, and due to the dependence of concentration of alkyl halide, the first step of this reaction, that is SN1 reaction, first step becomes slow, whereas this second step is fast. Now, to understand the formation of alcohol from alkyl halide, or to understand this reaction, we have to see the mechanism of this reaction. As I already said that this reaction proceed via two steps. Now, in this mechanism, we have to see the first step as well as second step. The first step of this reaction is nothing but the formation of carbocation, whereas the second step has attack of nucleophile. Step first is nothing but what? Formation of carbocation, which is also called as carbonium ion, which is also called as carbonium ion. Now, when this tertiary butyl bromide in first step eliminates the bromine atom, this bromine atom will be eliminated in first step to form this planar sp2 hybridized carbocation. This tertiary butyl bromide leaves this bromine atom to form what? This planar carbocation. As to remove this Br atom, we require high energy. That's why this first step becomes slow. We know that this carbon atom which has positive charge, which is called as carbocation, the hybridization of that carbon atom is sp2 hybridized, and molecule is, due to sp2 hybridization, becomes planar in nature. Now, as this molecule is planar in nature, there is a chances of attack of nucleophile on this planar carbocation are from both sides. That means nucleophile will attack from the front side, to this carbon atom, as well as nucleophile also attacks from the back side of this carbocation. Now, to understand this, we move towards our second step. This second step is nothing but the attack of a nucleophile. And we know that OH negative is used as an nucleophile in this example. That's why I am going to write attack of OH negative. We know that the carbocation which is formed in first step is planar in nature. It is planar in nature. That's why the nucleophile will attack from both sides, that is from the front side as well as from the back side of this molecule. Now, this is the first step, because we know that this is an unstable species, and to become a stable, this nucleophile will readily accepted by this carbocation, and we obtain tertiary butyl alcohol as a product. We obtain tertiary butyl alcohol as a product. To understand the stereochemistry of this mechanism or the formation of this product, whether this molecule, that is this carbocation, actually accept the incoming nucleophile from the front side or from the back side, we have to see the stereochemistry of this mechanism, and for that purpose, instead of tertiary butyl bromide, we have to use such a bulky alkyl halide which has or which is optically active. It means the alkyl groups present in that alkyl halide must be different in nature. That stereochemistry of SN1 reaction we will study in our next lecture. Now, the next part of this reaction after its mechanism is nothing but the energy profile diagram. We know that the energy profile diagram of SN1 reaction plot against potential energy versus reaction coordinate. Okay, now we will going to see the energy profile diagram. This axis has potential energy of our reaction coordinates, and this axis has reaction coordinates. We know that this is the energy of reactant. This is the first transition state. At this position, the energy of reactant is here. As the reaction gradually proceeds towards forward direction, at this position, the formation of or the ionization of reactant start. The ionization of reactant start at this position, and this is nothing but the transition state 1. This is nothing but the transition state 1 of this reaction. Now at this position, that is at this curve, the formation of carbocation takes place. The formation of what? Planar carbocation takes place, and from here the energy goes to the transition state 2. After it achieves the transition state 2, the attack of nucleophile, that is attack of OH negative start here, and we obtain product which is nothing but tertiary butyl alcohol. This is nothing but the energy of activation 1, that is delta E1, whereas the energy gap between transition state 2 and the energy of product is nothing but the energy of activation 2. Whereas the energy gap between the energy of reactant, which is nothing but our tertiary butyl bromide, the energy of this reactant and the energy of this product, the gap between energy of reactant and energy of product is nothing but heat of change of enthalpy. This is all about the energy profile diagram of SN1 reaction. In our next lecture, we have to study the stereochemistry of SN1 reaction. Thank you.